Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hopefully, everybody is doing great. Happy Tuesday morning. Welcome back. So, welcome for the new followers. Welcome back for the existing followers. Make sure to activate notification because, as you can see, I don't have a schedule, so I rarely go on at the exact same time. I hate schedules, so make sure to activate notification. Subscribe to the channel, and let's get going, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just check something very quickly, though. I think we are good. If I'm not wrong, should be good. Okay. So how's everybody doing? Like, is it your first time here? Where you're from? Let me know. Um, how long you've been trading? Like, I'm curious. How long you've been trading? Are you profitable? Not profitable yet? What's your biggest? What's your biggest? I wouldn't say not problem, but challenge. Yeah, what's your biggest challenge in trading? I'm curious. Let's start a convo and we'll hit the chart. We'll hit the chart, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we should be fine now. All right, cool. Excellent. Can you let me know if the sound is loud and clear before we get going? Good morning. Good morning, Sensei. Good morning, Krish, man. How you doing, bud? How you doing? So let's get it. Let's get it. Let's bring up the chart. Put this banner on. All right. And now, oopsie. Chart. Bilal, man, good morning. Man, long time no see. How you doing, bud? All right, cool. So we got an interesting week. There's a lot of stuff that's gonna happen this week. Actually, let's take a look before we get going. Just want to check something very quickly. Actually, let's get this screen bigger. Um, here we go. Perfect. Okay. Actually, I have a new option here for my camera. I think I'm gonna change that. Give me one sec here. Run, edit. Ooh, circle. Oh, you guys like the circle? Small. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep that. But circle. Circle is kind of weird, no? Is it weird? What? Oh, I hide my table to the side, so I guess it's better like this. Can ooh fancy. Can we get the Do you guys like this better? Oh, I'll try it like that. All right, cool. All right, let's focus now. Okay, so what we got here? Let's see, calendar. I think we got election. When is election? When is USA election? I think it's coming up this week, if I'm not wrong. Oh, fuck, that's today. Man, I rarely go on and check news, but man, what a great fucking timing. Ooh, I'm not gonna try any stupid shit today, because ooh. I mean, not this morning. This morning we should be pretty much fine. But okay. Oh, presidential election. It was right there all day. Okay, that's interesting. Well, anyways, let's break down some charts and see what's going on. Okay, let's hit the chat for 1 second. Let's see here. Valor, how you doing, bud? Rickard, good morning, bro, from Sweden. Sweden, let's go. And Sweden, man, it's definitely on my bucket list. I definitely want to go there. Hi, Sasha from England. What's up, Ian? England represent, mate. Good morning, Sasha. Faris, how you doing, man? Long time. We also have USD rate decision this week. Yeah, man, a lot of like today. I mean, this week's gonna be busy. I mean, it's been 2 weeks that the market's been like kind of very quiet, like not having like great moves. And one of the reasons there's a lot of indecision right now with the U.S. election, so that's one of the reasons. All right, so let's start with GJ. Let's start with GJ. GJ, right now, I mean, we are bullish on the weekly time frame, but if you look here on last Thursday night, Forex Talk over beer, I said if we have a doji here, there's a big chance now we're gonna have the pullback. So looks like we might have it, or might gonna have it. I don't know. We'll see. Right now we're creating the top wick on the weekly. The daily is still bullish for a long time. I mean, we're bullish, bearish, sorry, for a long time. Right here. So I mean, we got the weekly bullish, we got the daily bearish, and we got a 4 hour bearish. So the only thing I can do um, is a day trade here, and the day trade would make sense to the downside. And the reason why is because if we're expecting a pullback on the weekly, it makes total sense. The only thing I don't like right now with this weekly is we already formed the bottom of the wick, and now we're pushing up. So I don't know. I like the opposite usually. So we'll see. Daily, like I said, was already bearish. 4 hour is bearish. Now we got the pullback. Actually, this golden zone was probably. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, and that was also the reason why I took this trade to the downside last week, and I broke that down on Forex Talk over beer. By the way, guys, if you're wondering like how I catch that move, I mean, plain and simple, it's on Forex Talk over beer. Now, if you look maybe for continuation, maybe, yeah, we're right at that golden zone, and now we're getting close to the safety net. So we'll see. Keep an eye on it. GJ, not in love right now, so we'll move on. Euro NZD. Let's take a look at the weekly time frame. Weekly time frame is still bullish. Last week closed like a medium-sized candle, so I mean no information here. We broke previous highs, like the previous low, so technically we should continue up. Now, if you're looking to the daily time frame, the only thing I want here is option number one, option number two. Oh yeah, that was last week. Sorry. So this at area of interest, and that will be also the 382 level, if I'm not wrong, or very close to it. I mean, we're right now at 382. This is the golden zone on the daily, so I don't want to put the rectangle there. Also, it's going to be too crowded, but I kind of know. And option number two is going to be this second area of interest. Okay, so I've got two area of interest on the daily. It's going to be option one, option two. Okay, so very basic. So I need a pullback here. So no pullback, no trade. Fuck it. I mean, especially if we're at a high, not interested. Oh man. And the 4 hours bearish. So look like we're probably gonna have this pullback this week now. Hopefully, right? Hopefully, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Let me see. We have a question here. Hey, Cole, what's up, man? Man, I played pickleball yesterday, and dude, I kind of fucked up my wrist. I was about to say ankle. What the fuck? In the it can be the ankle, but I'm touching my head. In CHF GPY right now. For buy using daily and weekly, you think I should be worried about election? Been in a trade and profit for three weeks. LOL taught. Fun fact, I missed an entry on CHF GPY. Now looking for re-entry. I'm going to break that down in a couple minutes. It's coming up on the list. So stay with us, Cole. We're going to talk about CHF GPY pretty soon. Let's stand up. Put up the desk. All right. Let's stretch a little bit. Right. So do you guys like this little square better? I don't know. Kind of not used to it. I guess it's better. It's less crowdy. Okay. Investing with Ian. iSession. London session open at 8 a.m. GMT here in England. Is there a pre-London session? If so, at what time? I don't want to get eaten up by spread. Thanks, Sasha. Yeah, the pre-session, it's called mostly like 2 hours before. It's like New York session, right? So start at 8:30. So around 6:30, you got a lot of volume. Plus, you got the crossover with London. So yeah, same kind of thing. But I never really looked at London session, to be honest, Ian. So I don't want to fuck you up on that one. I never, ever in like what 6, 7 years, I don't know, touch the London session. So I cannot like. Plus, there's daylight time saving, which kind of fucked up things too. So honestly, I'm sure if you Google it, you'll get it. Sorry, man. I used to be in your class a long time ago. Hope all is well. Just getting back into trading, man. Awesome. Welcome back, bud. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, so we'll take a look at it. All right, so now let's move on to USD GPY. Let's start with the weekly time frame. So if you're looking at the weekly time frame, we are bearish. We have our pullback at the weekly area of interest, which is also in sync with the weekly golden zone. I like it like that. So that's pretty good because we're ready to go down. Now, if you're looking at price action, you're looking at this smaller body candle on the weekly. So that indicates us that the move to the upside is fading out and probably ready to come back down. Now, if you're looking at the daily time frame, we are still bullish at the moment. We are waiting for the daily to flip bearish. Okay, so once that's going to be done, mostly you're going to be like waiting for kind of a retest and to continue to the downside. Very basic. 4 hour. Let's update this. 4 hours bearish. Let me get this line. Here we go. Let's update that. So 4 hours already bearish, but I need the daily bearish. Okay, so I need the daily bearish. So maybe that today our daily candle is going to close under and I'm going to be flipping bearish, and that's going to be a nice trade for this week. USD GPY so far is the nicest. So the only thing is we didn't create a top wick yet on that weekly candle, but we did broke previous low. So the odds are better for consideration to the downside. If you're looking at the daily, like I said, yeah, okay, 4 hour back, okay, cool. It's really nice, but I cannot even take like a day trade here because my daily is not in sync. Okay, so I need at least 2 time frame in sync. Okay. USDCHF. Okay, USDC. By the way, guys, you stop me if you have any question. Let me see here. What question? Asdashir. Hopefully I said that right. Hopefully I didn't fuck it up. I'm sorry if I did. Do you follow Set and Forget? Yes. I've been on the live boot camp, 3 years ish ago. I can't remember exactly. I really sucks with timing. But a little while back, mostly pretty much the same. One of the difference is I do not use EMAs because I never really liked EMAs, never worked with EMAs in my previous trading life. So I was like, nah, not for me. Plus, for me, it's an indicator that give you information on something that already happened. So for me, it's kind of irrelevant, but that's just my personal opinion. Okay, people likes it. So there's some people that likes it and works well with it. What I'm saying is you got to work with something that works for you. And for me, the fib and the golden zone always been like very good with me, and it was a good way for me to add another confluence. So that's pretty much the only difference. Plus, I use a lot of price action indication, right? So I read candles because that's something I learned from my scalping life. I think every candle has a story to say, and that's coming from my previous mentor. And yeah, I mean, pretty much Set and Forget, but added a little, tweak it a little bit for me, and that's about it. Hopefully I answered the question. Okay, so now let's move on. USDCHF weekly bearish. Weekly bearish. I think we just spoke about that one, right? Did we? No. Okay. So let's do it. All right. So weekly is bearish. We got the pullback. We got to pull back at the weekly golden zone. Makes sense. For me, this is a write-off candle. So you push those candles side by side, and you don't have any elbow. The reason why I do it like this, it's because I've been, you know, trading that way for a little while. And when I kept those elbows, I had my win ratio was impacted basically. So for me, it was better to not count those because those are indecision candle anyways. If you look at price action, so yeah, hopefully that makes sense for you guys. If not, let me rephrase it. Sometimes the Frenchies fuck getting the translation. Okay, so weekly is bearish, daily is bullish, and we're about to go bearish. So once this daily candle is going to be closed, we're going to be bearish on the daily time frame, and the only thing I'm going to be missing once again will be the retest to continue to the downside. Okay, plain and simple. 4 hour, not really worth looking at it right now, but it's bearish at the moment. Okay, so I've been tracking this one for a little while also, since we had this bearish candle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks waiting for this trade. And this one is better than Euro NZD now. So definitely. So let's put this one up. Euro GPY. Let's see. Hey, by the way, guys, as you're coming in, don't forget to smash the goddamn like button. All right, very important. That's the only way we can reach out to more people and help more people in the community. Okay, that's the only reason why I do this stream, is to help out. I don't give a shit about the likes. Technically, for myself, I don't give a damn. About to turn 43 in a couple of days, and let me tell you, I don't live by the famous social YouTube IG life. I don't give a damn. Okay, but my main goal in my paycheck is to help people. When I get those DMs saying that it was really helpful, that made my day. So that's the only thing I ask, man. So just smash that like button. This is free. I'm trying to help you the most as I can. All right, so let's move on. Weekly time frame, we are bullish. The daily time frame, we are bullish also on Euro GPY, and we're getting close to the golden zone for this pullback, which is very close to this daily area of interest also. Okay, so that's pretty good. Let's remove this. So weekly bullish, but we are at a high, so that's why I need a pullback. 4 hour is bearish at the moment. Okay, we're about to flip bullish. So maybe just gonna continue up from there, because this is probably 382. Hold on, let me check something. If it is, yeah, 382 is right here. Let me see. 4. You know what? With election, I'm not gonna attempt that. But yeah, no, I don't trust this range here. Look at this range. Fuck that shit. Look at all those rejection, man, around this area. So I would be willing above here, break retest up, break retest down, whatever. But right now, let's stay away. So this one, Euro NZD, Euro GPY, pretty much equal. CHF GPY. Oh, that was for Cole. Cole asked for that, right? Caveman, bro, it's been a while, man. How you doing, buddy? All right, so CHF GPY, I think that was for Cole. Let's start from the weekly. So weekly time frame is definitely bullish. We got a doji last week, so technically we should expect a pullback. We broke the low of previous candles, so technically we should go down. By the way, I should write it down because I missed it, and you'll see why I missed that trade. I'm gonna write paper trade so you guys don't get confused. Okay, so let's do this again. So we got a weekly bullish, we got a daily bullish, we got a nice pullback inside that daily golden zone. So if I was taking that trade to the upside, it will be a day trade. I would not be super patient for that one. And I will be exiting at this area. And the reason why, it's because look at this weekly. Like I said, we're about to have this pullback. Maybe we're going to continue to the upside, but looks like the week has been pushing up and is overdue for a little pullback over here. But still, it made sense for a day trade, especially that the 4 hour went bullish. I mean, it was tricky this one because technically I don't like this elbow, but it totally made sense. Okay, so I personally didn't took that trade, but I would be willing to consider it as a day trade, even if I have this not really elbow in here. Okay, sometimes with experience, you're kind of when it makes sense, and you kind of know when you spend so much time on the chart after so many years. There's some stuff that you've been seeing on and on and on again that it'd be like you don't need that confirmation because you kind of I mean you never know, don't get me wrong, you never know because the market will do whatever the fuck they want, but odds are pretty heavy on your side because you've been seeing that same shit and that same pattern happen over and over and over again. So that's why I would have been willing to take that day trade. Oh, give me one second. Ouais, lui, c'est bien pire. On pense à lui. Bye. All right, guys. Sorry. All right, so let's continue here. So that's why I would have been willing to take that day trade. But now the only way I will be taking this trade, and once again, it's risky because we are at a high. So if I do take this trade, it will be a lower risk trade, especially with what's about to happen this week. It will be on the potential, high and low. Once price will come down, create that higher low, this is where I might be willing to enter with a lower risk trade. So I'm still going to move this up above those euro pairs because it's still looking nice. Okay. Now let's go see the chat before we move further. Do you still trade the dogtail set? Obviously, man, the dogtail set. Like you can ask the students. Man, Bilal here paid the course with just with the dogtail setup. So yeah, dogtail setup is good. Is good, my friend. Faris on USD CHF, the weekly has not created the top week yet. Are we supposed to watch for that before we consider sells? Let me see USD CHF. I mean, okay, that's why you need to be cautious, when you see this, because it can happen that you have no wick, but it's rare, right? It's mostly rare. The thing that will be, let me remove those. The thing that will help me take a decision is there the fact that this candle already broke previous low here, indication that we might, I mean, there's a big probability that we're going to continue to the downside. It doesn't happen often, though, that a weekly candle doesn't have a wick. So, yes, you need to be careful. Do you have to wait for that? No. But if you look at how many times it did happen just on that screen with no wick. Okay, let's just check for 1 second. All those have wicks on both sides. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Just for fun. Tiny wick is there. Man, very rare. Very, very rare. Like I'm back in 2022 right now. So that would be the first wick. If it would be the first weekly candle like in almost 2 years now, with no top wick. Okay. So yes, like I said, you got to be careful. But with what about to happen with the market this week, price might just like wick up, create a top wick very quickly, and come back down. I don't know. We'll see. And the thing is, you gotta trade what you see, not what you think, not what you expect. So yeah. So like I said, just be very careful. And no matter what, this week I'm gonna reduce my risk because I mean market's about to go like bananas. So yeah. Um, where was I? ADHD just kicked in. Okay, cool. Your NZD, your JPY, NZDCHF. NZDCHF. Let's go to the weekly time frame. All right, cool. So now, if you're looking at the weekly time frame, we are bearish. We reached out the weekly golden zone, weekly area of interest. Look at this, was perfect, man. This was perfect, but didn't took it. Or did I grab a move on that one? I can't remember. Whatever. Daily is bearish, and I'm waiting for all week. Last week I was waiting for the daily pullback, so I'm still waiting for the same shit. I'm still waiting for the daily pullback to be able to sell here. Now let's update the 4-hour time frame. This All right, cool. So 4-hour needs to go bearish no matter what, but I'm expecting price to pull up to have this little pullback on the daily time frame. Actually, where the pullback might go, good question you ask. Pullback might be, oh, look, I was right at the good place. Boom, right here, daily golden zone. Perfect. So I'm going to be waiting for this. Whoops. Here we go. Perfect. So just going to be waiting for that. I'm going to actually place an alert there. Entering daily GC. Here we go. Perfect. CAD GPY. Doji, we are bullish still on the weekly time frame. Daily is bullish. We had a nice pullback inside the daily golden zone. 4-hour. All right, so CAD GPY is definitely nicer than the Euro pair. So CAD GPY, the only thing missing now is the H4 to go bullish. I would love for CAD GPY to do something like, I don't know, something like this, come back above, retest to go up. That will give us a better RR than, breaking above here, retest to go up. So I would love if we can create a lower low, that would be best. But we're gonna keep an eye on it. NZDCHF. We just talked about it. Also better than those two. GU. What about GU? GU. Let me check the chat. Peter, oh, it's been a while too. Hey, Sasha, hope you're well. Under what condition do you not take a final 30-minute, 1-hour pullback and engulf? Last week you didn't like the candle with no wick. Are there any other condition you wouldn't? You mean, let's say that the only thing I'm missing is my entry signal, like right on the 30-minute and 1 hour. Most of the time I would like a pullback, but depends. If we are in high volume time frame like New York open, NYSE open, London close, sometimes there's so much volume that price will not give you the pullback. So in those times, this is where I might not wait for the pullback and take it. So I don't know if that makes sense. The top wick, yes, you're right. That would be definitely something I would either reduce my risk or not take the trade. What else? I mean, if my 30-minute or my 1 hour just stuck in a range and it's engulfing, I might not take it either. I might just wait to break above that little range on 30-minute and H1, have a retest, and take it on next engulfing. So that's something of being by being a little extra cautious. Um, Hopefully that answered the question because I'm not sure I'm getting exactly your question, so that's why I'm kind of going around it. Hopefully that covers it. Um, cool. Going to close my CHF GPY position because you pointed out that price did break the previous week's low. Yeah, but again, like I said, price might just wick back up to go create a top wick. But if you're in good profit, especially with what's about to happen this week, it can go your way massively, but it can also go against you massively. There's no ways to tell, with like things about to shake up actually today. Today's US election. So CHF is a safe haven, right? So it's going to be impacted in one way or the other, so definitely, because CHF is one of the safe haven, USD is one. So if USD is positive, what's happening, maybe that's people's going to switch their money towards the USD and less towards CHF. I'm not the specialist in finance, in fundamentals, don't get me wrong, but that's what I get and understand from it. So that's why you got to be extra cautious this week. So be very careful. Rather not be greedy. Yeah, man. Remember one thing. That's something I've been always telling my students. No one ever, 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 ever went broke securing profits. Okay. So perfect. Thanks. That's what I wanted to know. All right. Super. Excellent. All right. Let's continue. Great, man. You guys have good question this morning. I like it. I like it. It makes it interesting. Sometimes you guys are sleepy, man. You guys are quiet sometimes. I like it when you have a lot of questions, so it's good. Weekly on GU, we are bullish. We passed the weekly golden zone. We did pass the major QP, 1.3000. We kind of retest this previous structure where we broke under. Now the question is, are we respecting the safety net? Let's see. Oh, we are sitting on that safety net. And look at this, man. There's a lot of wick this week that doesn't have a bottom wick or top wick. Very interesting. So if we do establish support here this week, next week should be interesting as a buy for GU. Now, if you're looking at the daily time frame, we are still bearish, so gotta wait. That's why I got my alert here for daily going bullish. So gotta wait. That's why it's blue. It's not ready. GA looks nice here. Okay, let's see. GA, we're at that daily area of interest, which is the first stop where I would be interested into a trade. Let's put the second area. That would be right here. Makes sense, right? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. Anything in between this area, basically. Yep. So that's going to be the second area of interest on the daily. After that, daily will go bearish to have a deeper pullback on the weekly time frame. Oh, actually, now if we reach the I would love to reach the second daily area of interest, and I will tell you why. Because that would be, I'm pretty sure it's going to be close to the golden zone, right? Right on. So right here, this is the golden zone on the weekly time frame. So that would be best for me. It's a proper pullback, decent pullback. That I like a lot. So we'll see. So far, so good. We are bullish on the weekly, bullish on the daily. What about the 4 hour? 4 hour still bullish. Great. 1 hour. Let's update 1 hour. 1 hour is still bearish. From there to there, we are bearish. So we need, no matter what, we need the H1 to go bullish at this stage. And 30-minute is bearish also. So G is starting to look nice now. So I'm going to move on this green. And I'm going to move this somewhere around here. Cool. AUD CAD, I think this was a day trade because it was orange, right? So I guess this idea is, oh, this idea is still good, I think. Let's see. With a weekly bullish, main idea to go bullish if daily SOS, break a retest under here to go with the day trade. Okay, so let's recap this. So now look at last week. Last week we got a smaller body candle indication like exhaustion, got huge rejection to the downside. And this week look like we're rejecting this area, which is great. Let's take a look at the daily now. So daily is bearish. Daily is bearish. We definitely need the daily to go bullish for a swing in this area. Um, yeah, I mean, gotta wait. 4 hour, 4 hour is bullish. Where's my, where's my other line? Oh, right here. Oh, actually, no, here and here. Sorry, guys. So we're about to create a new high here. So none of the two ideas about to play out right now. So let's update this. Let's see. I think the rest doesn't. I mean, I didn't look at the rest so far. You guys have spotted anything? Let me know. We can definitely check and take a look at. Just gonna look very quickly. Daily, no. GC. Ugh, look at this shit. And look at those. Damn, this disgusting. I don't like those, like all those dojis here. I mean, where we're going? We're going up. We're going down. They don't know. Like they clearly don't know. 80 USD. We are bearish since 2 years. Daily is. Oh, did we create a new lower low here? Looks like we created a new lower low here. And we close above. Here we go. So now we are bullish on the daily. Okay. Well, we said the weekly is bearish, right? So maybe a day trade. Let's see, 4 hour. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so now we are bullish. Perfect. I mean, if we have a pullback on H4 and have a high low potential, maybe. I'm gonna flag it orange. GCAD, GN. I mean, this move already happened, so no go. EuroCAD stuck in a range. NZD USD weekly just created a new lower low. Look like we gonna have a pullback now. All right, so we definitely have another area of interest. Yeah, there's one here, but honestly, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I hate those small pullback. So it would have to be super clean for me to take it. So I'm not gonna mark this one up. I'm gonna wait for that one or that one. So yeah, I mean maybe this one here. So we'll see. I mean, I'm just gonna move it up, but it's not interesting yet. Daily, create a new lower low. Cool. All right, let's move on. Let me see. Let me see if there's any other thing. Perfect. That's one. Okay. Statistically, those who trade more than two pairs are not profitable. No hate. What's your thought? It is true when you do scalp. Okay. It is true. That's why GJ is always on top here because that's the only pair I do scalp. And that's it. It's totally true. Because I mean, if you focus on one to two pair, you'll know how it moves. But the thing is, okay, probably that if you say so, you never swing trade. Okay, just gonna give you the perfect example. Okay, so let's say that this guy here, was it this one? All right, so let's say this guy here, okay, USD GPY. Okay, for me to be able to take this trade, I need price to go back around this area. Meaning that once we establish support here, this is where I'm starting to wait. So I'm got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks. Okay, I'm not entered yet. So can you imagine if I only trade USD GPY, it's gonna be 2 months that I'm not taking a trade. you know, it doesn't really make sense. So when you're swinging, it's a little different. You have to look at different pairs. So that's why I flag those. And to be honest, in those green one, I'm going to be focusing probably on 2, 3 that are the most interesting, which is going to be on top. I got alerts on the other one to see like what's going on, but I will be focusing on 2 to 3 pairs, maybe 4, that's about to happen. But what I do on Monday morning is I overlook all the market to see where are the opportunity for this week, right? So I do that on Tuesday morning with you, and sometime on Sunday night I do overlook it on my side alone. But yeah, so I do overlook everything, and after that I focus on the most important one. But when you scalp, it's definitely true. I am pretty. I do agree with you. I mean, so definitely. When I was only scalping, I was focusing on GJ, and my backup pair was GA. So that was my backup pair. If like, just say GJ was in a range for a long time, so my backup pair was GA as a scalper. So yeah, man. But now, I mean, like, can you imagine like 8 weeks? Phew, that's a long time. I got one. I've been waiting for NZD CAD. Look at this. Okay, look at this. And I was never able to take the trade. Can you imagine? Once once we reach this area and we had that first doji, I used my fib and daily area of interest. So if you look, basically right here. Okay, so this is my golden zone right here, in sync with the daily area interest. So for me, it's super powerful. I was really excited about that. I was like, all right, that's gonna be a massive move. Okay, but what happened is we price reach out this area like expected, and eventually push back up from there. But look at this. This was in 2022. We finally reached this area like in 23. That's September 23, December 22. So 1 year later, and we finally flipped back bullish because this is your lower low. You have no elbow here. So we only flip back bullish here, which is in 24. So 2 years later, and once this happened, I need a pullback, which happened here. So we're 2 years later. Can you imagine if I only traded NZD CAD? 2 years without a trade, it would not make sense. So that's why. But hopefully that answered the question. Um, how many are you making monthly on average? R. What do you mean R? RR? You mean? What do you mean about R? Result? I don't know. I'm old man. I'm 43. R ratio? I don't know what you mean. RR? Do you mean R? I don't know. What else? Euro GPY. Euro GBP. Let's take a look. Yeah, we were just talking about that one. GBP Let's take a look quickly. Another good example. Was waiting for the pullback here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks. Once again, 8 weeks waiting for that trade to set up. And daily is still bearish. All right, so we got a weekly bearish, daily bearish, but what a range, man. Holy shit. Holy shit. And we are bearish since then. Wow. Yeah, GBP is horrible. NZD GPY weekly is bullish. Daily is in a range big fucking time. Holy shit. You see, that's why you don't trade in range. You know, this was the beginning of the pullback. I got stopped on that one. That was a while back. AUD nothing. We are the higher high, stuck in a range. Euro CHF, oh fuck. I feel like vomiting right now. Weekly bearish, daily daily bullish, but it's horrible. Yep, no thank you. CAD CHF, no thank you. AUDNZD, I mean, we've been bearish for so long, and look at this shit. No thank you. What about gold? Let's take a look at gold. I mean, people likes gold. I don't know. People likes to blow their account. Yeah, I don't trade gold. All right, so here the weekly got a higher high. Daily, we kind of got a fucked up elbow here, so I personally don't like it. 4 hour bullish from there to there. Okay. We're very close to flip bearish on the H4. We got to pull back on, but look at this area here on gold. Wow. Like if I was scalping gold, like scalp's a little different, but if I was scalping gold and the time I did it, I will identify this. Yeah, this area right here. Let's put it red. That will be my no trade zone. And I will definitely be waiting for break retest here under. Or kind of a dogtail setup above this area, and same thing to the downside. So this if I was scalping gold. So yeah. Or let's say we're gonna have volume coming on. It's 8:30 right now, so it's an NY open. So if you look at the 30-minute, 30-minute would be needed to close above. Once we're gonna create a bottom wick and passing the top wick, this is where I would enter, since we got a volume, and I will not wait for the retest. Now let's take a look at GJ. GJ, like I said, GJ right now we're at a high. We covered the swing. I'm not interested in any swing on GJ right now, but scalp wise, let's take a look. Maybe the dogtail setup on H4. We already passed previous high on this one, so technically we should continue up, but this is an indecision candle, so I don't really consider it. Let's take a look at the 2 hour. Ugh. Not nice. Very not nice. Especially if this one closed again like a doji like this. Ugh. Of course, I mean, if next candle on H4 create a top wick here, and since we're creating if this one closed like this, I would be willing to take it to the downside. it would make sense with this huge rejection. This rejection should give fuel to the next candle to push down, at least for a good scalp. And after that, it might go up again, but my scalp is usually like, it's going to be a 1-to-1 or 1.5-to-1. So those are very quick. It's going to be a 15, 25, 30 pips gain, and that's it. I'm out. Which is different from my swing. My swing will be mostly like a 3-to-1, risking anyone between 1% and 3%. So maybe that answer DR's question, risk unit or percentage. So I do risk between 1 and 3%. So last week I think last week I took one trade. It was a 2% trade. It was a 3-to-1. If I'm not wrong, I did 6% last week. But you can go check Forex Stock Over Beer from last Thursday. I broke it down and explained everything. And I do that every Thursday night. So you can watch all the replays. And I mentioned like my risk. It's either, like I said, between 1 and 3. Sometimes I do take 0.5. The reason why is because let's say I'm about to take a paper trade. I'm like, you know what? Let's just risk a small amount and just be involved in the trade and learn from it. So sometimes I do that, but most is gonna be between 1 or 3. It did happen a couple of times. I went like a little crazy on it and went a little bit more than 3, but yeah, those are reserved for special occasion. Or that happened to me and my ADHD kicked in, set up my magic key the wrong way, and I was involved for like it did happen one time, and I was live. I was live on YouTube. I took the trade live. It was a scalp, and yeah, man. I remember, man. Everyone was freaking out because I showed my screen. I think I had like something like I wanted to risk 2%, and I think I entered 20 or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but it was like just insane. I was looking at numbers and I was like, I'm talking to you guys on YouTube, like that's a couple of years ago when I was just mainly scalping, talking. I'm watching my other computer, where's my MT4, and I look at the numbers and I'm like, what? I look at the numbers, I'm like, holy shit. It was like couple grand in profit, like in like couple of seconds. I was like, what the fuck is going on, So I was like, I know I'm trying to investigate and realize that my risk was set up completely fucked up. And yeah, I was sweating a lot. I was sweating a lot because that can go the wrong way, right? Thankfully, it went my way. But it can be brutal, right? So, anyways. So yeah, that was the trade from last week on GJ. 3-1. Let's see if we have any question. What time is it? 8:30. Yeah, 8:40 actually. What's your thought on the dogtail today? I think we just covered it. Rickard, what's your best advice and tips on the psychological part? Okay, cool. One really super important thing. Trade for yourself. Okay, trade for yourself. Don't trade for the fame. Don't trade for IG. Don't trade for your sister. Don't trade for your mom. Don't trade for your dad. Trade for yourself. Okay, that is number one. You got no one to impress except yourself. I personally don't give a fuck about anyone, and I'm not saying that to be arrogant or like sound that I'm better than somebody else. That's not what it is. It's just like the day that I stop worried about what the others was thinking on IG on that day, everything changed. Everything changed. I was like, fuck it. If I want to close like $20 in profit, I'll close $20 in profit. So if I want to close like 20 grand in profit, I'll close 20 grand in profit. I don't give a shit if anyone messaged me say, Sasha, you didn't close that and blah blah blah, you should have closed there, and I don't give a fuck about you. So I'm not saying, and again, I'm not saying that to be arrogant or sound weird. It's just like I trade for myself, so I trade my own fucking money. Okay, so I mean, I don't give a fuck, so I trade for myself. So that's the number one advice I would say to anyone. Trade for yourself, no one else. Okay, trade for yourself and no one else. Don't put pressure. It's a process. Okay, trading is not a race, it's a marathon. Okay, it doesn't matter if it takes you 6 months to be profitable, or it takes you 6 years to be profitable. The reality is the day that you become profitable, you know how to do it, and you can repeat it again and again and again and again, and that's going to be there all your life. Okay. So how long do you think it takes for a doctor to study? How many years is that to be able to make like couple hundred grand a year? You know, I mean, this doctor money we're talking about, you know. So even if it takes you 5 years, 6 years, seven, who cares? Who cares? Stop putting pressure on yourself. Stop to be looking for shortcuts. There's no fucking shortcuts. I'm telling you. Stick with it. You know, go back at the chart, study, journal your stuff, learn from your mistakes. Those are super duper important. And one of the best thing is spend more time studying your winners than your losers. Okay, man, I just give you a shitload of good information right now. You know, I mean, just that is worth a lot, guys. Like, I wish someone would have told me that, like, when I got started. You know, yeah, and definitely learn price action. Definitely learn price action. So hopefully, Rickard, that answered the question. What's your best advice and tips on psychoscope? Yeah, I guess that covers it, right? Um, how long it took me to be profitable? I think 2 years and a half, somewhere around there, if I'm not wrong. Like I said earlier, I do suck with timing. But I think 2 years ish. I can't remember. I would have to listen to podcast I did with Trading Nuts to actually remember. Maybe it was 1 year, 2 years. I don't know. For me, it's so not important, you know. Like, I was not like, oh, I'm profitable. And the question to profit, okay, that's something very interesting. Okay, that is let's cover that subject 1 second. Okay. So there's people talking about being profitable. What is profitable? You know, what is profitable? Profitable for someone can be different for the others, right? Because, I mean, all right, so let's say you invested like 20 grand in your courses. I actually invested more than 20 grand into my learnings to Forex, you know. So technically, to be profitable, it's not having a couple winning straight in a row. It's just I need to make more money than what I invested on myself, in my computers, and in everything that I got for trading. You know, that's how I see it. It's like a business. If I open up a business or a restaurant, and I don't know, I had loans for 100K, you know, before I start to be profitable, that means like I have to do $101, you know, 100K and $1 to be able to be profitable. Okay. So people saying they are profitable sometimes kind of effy, to be honest, you know. So that's my thing on profitability, you know. For me, I took everything in account, and it's not just winning a couple of trades. I need to be over what I invested in myself and into my business of trading, you know. Yes, thank you very much for the advice. You're more than welcome, buddy. You're more than welcome. All right, guys. That was great, man. That was great. That was a very good. Yes, thank you very much for the advice. Yeah, that was a very good episode. Thank you so much for your great questions, guys. It's so much fun when you guys ask questions. Be active in the chat. Next time I do go live, it's going to be on Thursday night for Forex Talk Over Beer at 6 p.m. Eastern. So make sure to tune in. And don't forget to activate notifications so you'll know next time I go live. Okay. I rarely go on at the exact same time, so definitely activate notifications. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in this morning, guys. It was a lot of fun. I wish you a great week of trading. Don't do anything stupid. It's going to be a crazy week, crazy day today. So be very careful. And I wish you the best, man. See you on Thursday. Peace out.